So I think it's about time of the season. We're going to have a look at these Osmiomancy gloves again. And I know what you're thinking. Not another freeze video. Not another one of these infinite turret videos. Nope, not this one. This is a little bit different. I don't want to stick another one of them videos. I mean, we've probably seen hundreds of them over the last couple of seasons. But what I want to do today is show you how we can get some massive damage with these Osmiomancy gloves. On top of the freezing. But this video is going to be purely concentrated. I will turn these beautiful exotic gauntlets into some damage. So the Osmiomancy gloves, your cold snap grenades have an additional charge that recharges quicker on direct impact. The seeker spawned from cold snap grenade travels faster. We can also use a bleak watcher aspect to turn these into freezy turrets, as we already probably know. And then this season, Monochromatic Maestro, one of the seasonal mods, works really nicely with these gloves, because dealing damage with elemental abilities, it increases your damage to weapons of the same elemental type. So basically we're going to do damage with our freezy turret or our cold snap grenade, and that's going to give us a constant supply of damage to our stasis weapons. It works so nice with the Osmiomancy gloves. It's a 10% damage increase. So basically what we're going to do is just throw our turret down, or use our cold snap grenade or freezy melee if you want, and you're just going to have a constant supply of that Monochromatic Maestro buff going all the time. As you can see, that turret's doing its work there, and on that bottom left you're going to see that stasis weapon boost. That's the Monochromatic Maestro working extremely well. So you're going to get a constant supply of a damage buff, and on top of that, this season as well, we've got Lord Kelvin's Basilisk. So the freezy turret, the actual bleak watcher from that, is actually going to work. That is going to stun overload champions. I'm not sure if people knew about this, but it's something we found out a couple of weeks back when I was running it. So that's really good for like end game stuff, obviously. So on top of that, you're going to get that nice constant supply of the Monochromatic Maestro buff, and then you're also going to be able to stun overloads with the freezy turret as well. I was really impressed with that. I thought that was a really nice little touch that Bungie added in, that enables us to do that. And then obviously then we can take advantage of our stasis weapons as well. There's loads of good stasis primaries this season, including anti-barrier ones. Like we've got loads of like anti-barrier pulses this season that we can pick from that are stasis. I'll go through some weapons, and then overload scout rifles, overload SMGs, they're all stasis, so we could take full advantage of the Monochromatic Maestro buff. And we're going to be able to stun overloads at will really easily, so that covers quite a lot of the GMs this season when they come round. The next part of this video, I'm going to break it down. I want to show you as well about these elemental shards that you're going to see in a moment. All these elemental shards, if you just look at my health bar, these are also going to heal me, and they're also going to give me some massive buffs on that left hand screen as well. I'm going to show you how we can convert all these into some damage. But I just wanted to show you this little number here. If you just keep an eye on this fella here, watch them numbers, 5586. This is why these shards are really important and the way I've got set up. And then the next damage numbers you're going to see, it's going to go up to 8756. And then by the time we're finished, it's going to go all the way up to about 14k. And that's literally like double damage. Absolutely crazy. So we could turn them shards into some massive damage. That's why I'm saying this build is a little bit different to the ones you've seen. This is going to really increase our damage, and as you saw there, it's literally double damage. It's absolutely insane. In fact, it's actually more. A little mixture of mods and fragments I'm going to show you now to get this damage increase. Whisper of Rending, which I've covered quite a lot of times this season. Primary ammo weapons do increase damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. Monochromatic Maestro, which we've already covered, that's a 10%. So that with the Whisper of Rending work nicely together, and on top of that I'm also running Font of Might, which is a 25% damage increase to your stasis weapons. I was using an Ice Luna in that clip there. So these are all working together, and it's really easy to do. It works with all stasis weapons as well, which is obviously what you want for Font of Might, and it's really nice massive damage increase. And then, as I mentioned, some of the other stasis weapons, I'm going to crucify this one, I'm pretty sure, Duraka I'm just going to call it. And then obviously again, that's a scout rifle, overload scout rifles this season. We've got anti-barrier pulses such as Disparity, that's a really good weapon. And then them perks on there, Frenzy and Focus Fury, things like that, they all work perfectly together with what you've already seen. They all stack with everything. And I just want to sort of let you know as well, the stasis heavy weapons, they don't actually work with the Whisper of Rending because that's for primary weapons only, but you're still going to get the 25% damage boost from the Font of Might, which we're going to keep going all the time, and then obviously the monochromatic Maestro as well. One of the fragments, one of the aspects that you need is Glacial Harvest. This one is absolutely key because freezing targets create stasis shards around the frozen targets. So we're going to get loads and loads of elemental shards, obviously with the Osmiomancy, and then we use elemental shards to make sure them shards convert into elemental wells. They don't look like wells, but they turn into wells. The game makes them think it's wells, and then we can run Font of Might, which is going to stack a 25% damage boost. So that's the little setup. Freeze something, as long as you're running Glacial Harvest, Elemental Shards, and Font of Might, you are just going to have a constant supply of Font of Might as well, on top of the monochromatic Maestro that we've already seen. Absolutely crazy. And then another little one you can add on there as well for your energy weapons, High Energy Fire. That's a 20%. That doesn't stack with everything, but you can just use that as long as you're running Elemental Charge. You can literally use your weapons that are stasis to get your High Energy Fire 20%, something like Merciless. So we're covered. We've got loads of damage on our primary, loads of damage on our heavy, and then you can run a decent secondary with High Energy Fire, something like Merciless or something like that. So that's the sort of breakdown. I'll just go over some more sort of weapons now that work really nice with it. The Palmyra B with auto-loading impression, especially with Merciless. That works pretty nicely. As you can sort of guess, you're just going to do sort of this sort of thing with it. You've got your monochromatic Maestro and your Font of Might already banked, if you like, and then you've put your auto-loading in there. You switch over to your Merciless, do plenty of damage. I'm not one of these to say, oh, it's going to be top DPS, massive damage, crazy, insane damage. It's decent damage, very good if you want to do some really hard content on the Stasis subclass, because it's really solid sort of setup anyway. So again, just go back to this Jaraka, is it? The Focus Fury perk. It works pretty nicely with everything what we've already mentioned. So you've got your Font of Might going, your monochromatic, your Focus Fury, your Whisper of Rending, all stacking together, and it works pretty nicely in all different types of content. And I really like the Stasis Warlock anyway. I think it's a really solid build, especially for like endgame stuff, Masters, GMs. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to leave some clips sort of playing out of what we've sort of talked about. Again, there's the Isoluna, Stasis hand cannon that takes advantage of all this stuff, that's unstoppable. So I'll leave some clips playing out. Let us know what you think in the comments, and at the end of the video I will leave a build card as well, and I'll also leave a dim link as always in the video description. And I'm always interested to see what else people are running on their Stasis Warlocks, so please let me know in the comments. I hope you found this video helpful. Have a great day.